Hello and welcome to This is Paris, your weekly VIP pass backstage with French champions Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up in this week's show, we take a look back at Kylian Mbappe's winning return to action away to Guingamp. We head on tour to the USA with the women's team. We sit down with Capital Club number 5 Marquinhos on the eve of his 6th season in Rouge et Bleu. And we take a trip down memory lane to look at the recent history between Paris and Week 3 opponents Angers.
Salut tout le monde, c'est Marquis. Vous regardez This is Paris.
For their first away game of the season, Paris Saint-Germain were on the road to Guingamp, just as they were in Week 2 of last season. Undefeated in their last 8 away matches in Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain were looking for back-to-back wins to begin their title defence after their opening day victory over Caen. Coach Thomas Tuchel made 2 changes from the side that started a week earlier, with Thomas Meunier starting on the right side of the defence and Timothy Weah coming into the central striking role.
First half was super difficult because we had no approach to this game. We were not ready to play this game. For us, it was clear that Guingamp has a lot of quality, play a very intense game, and it's a very complicated team to play on their home pitch.
Nolan Roux opened the scoring in the 20th minute after several top saves from Gigi Buffon. And Guingamp thought they'd netted a second through Nicolas Benezet before the goal was ruled out by the VAR for a foul. In the first half, Guingamp caused us plenty of problems. They played very high, very compact, and it was hard for us to play the ball out. They had chances, they scored once, then a second. I don't really know what happened, ruled out by the video. We could have conceded more.
We were very, very happy that we were alive at half-time. There was a chance to be 2 or 3-0 down.
The coach really wasn't happy and he let us know it. He told us what we needed to do better. We followed his orders and it worked in the second half. Les Rouges et Bleus were a changed side after the restart and included Kylian Mbappe off the bench for the second 45 minutes. The World Cup winner found Neymar Jr. in the box, the Brazilian bewildering Jordan Ikoko to earn a penalty. The Paris number 10 drawing the 2 sides level just 8 minutes into the second period. Thomas Tuchel's side were right on top. Di Maria denied by Johnson and then Reboccio on the line.
In the second half, we changed mentality, but it was necessary, so I'm very happy that we did. The reaction was a top reaction, but it was also very necessary to do this, to show up.
The result was settled in the final 10 minutes. Di Maria setting Kylian Mbappe on his way, and the France world champion marked his return to club football with a double. His second, a superb finish, as he became the first player under 20 to have scored at least 30 Ligue 1 goals in the last 45 years. I hadn't played for a long time. I'm very happy to be back on the pitch. I'm a bit tired, but okay. When you score 2 goals, you recover quicker. Recovery was the order of the day at the Urdu Training Centre on Sunday to start the new week. Those that started Saturday's game away to Guingamp and those that were still coming back from injury or pre-season had a light indoor training session under the direction of the assistant coaches and the club's medical staff. For the first time, the Paris Saint-Germain women's team went on its pre-season training camp in the United States. For 10 days in Portland and Miami, new coach Olivier Echouafny put his players through their paces for the new season, making the most of the excellent facilities at Portland University.
Everything is here to train well. The pitch is great, the weather is great. There is nothing to complain about. It will be good for everyone to bond a bit and on the pitch to play together again and get to know the new players. Some of the training sessions have been really tough, really hard fitness sessions. We have done a lot of running, but we are all in together and we managed to get through it. Now we get to play our first game tomorrow.
A first friendly match of the new season and a narrow 1-0 defeat at the hands of English outfit Manchester City. After Portland, the squad headed to Miami, where Paris Saint-Germain was taking part in the first ever International Champions Cup women's tournament. The Florida leg of the camp starting with a light warm-down session on the iconic South Beach. Les Rouges et Bleus took on North Carolina at the Hard Rock Stadium in the semi-final. Jessica McDonald opened the scoring for the Americans in the 19th minute. Paris fought back and equalized when Kaylee Kurtz headed into her own net. It was 1-1 at half-time. As Les Parisiens went in search of a winner in the second half, they were punished on the counter-attack. And in the end, it was Darian Jenkins who netted the winner for North Carolina with 5 minutes left to play.
We've only been back in training for a week. In terms of the quality of our play, it was not too bad. So we have to build on the positives and correct what wasn't good. But this is pre-season and that's what it's for.
While in North America, the club organised a number of off-field activities for the girls, starting with a training session for the Paris Saint-Germain Academy, Florida, that finished with the obligatory autograph session.
All right, thank you.
Irene Paredes, Grace Guilloro, Keridiatu Diani, Anissa Lamarie and Pearl Maroney got the chance to visit Marlins Park and meet the baseball players and even test their skills with the bat and a virtual reality mask. During their trip, Ashley Lawrence, Aminata Diallo, Katarzyna Kijinak and Anissa Lamarie also headed to the Nicklaus Hospital. In the company of the new sporting coordinator, Laure Boulot, they spent some quality time with the children there. The entire team also headed to the very trendy Webster Hotel for the release of the new 2018-19 kit, as well as a special jersey designed by Miami artist Abstract. Olivier Echouafny's players then met Manchester City again in the third-place playoff match of the ICC. Les Rouges et Bleus made the perfect start, going ahead inside 2 minutes through Melika Pekel. But in the closing stages of that first period, the English side struck twice with headers. From 2 set pieces, we conceded 2 goals from their only 2 chances of the match. It's true, they're bigger than us, more athletic, but sometimes we have to be a bit smarter, a bit cleverer. Les Rouges et Bleus had several chances in the second half without managing to find the back of the net. Look, we have a very young squad, inexperienced, with a number of girls that will be playing in the top flight for the first time this season. In this tournament, they saw what it takes to play the best in the world. Coming up, Edinson Cavani is back in training, while we join Dani Alves on his way back. Marquinhos joins us to discuss his progression, his aims, and the new coach. And we look back at the recent history between the capital club and Angers at the Parc. Just days before the Week 3 Ligue 1 clash at home to Angers, Paris coach Thomas Tuchel received a boost when the club's all-time leading goal scorer Edinson Cavani returned to training with the rest of the squad at the Uradoux Training Centre for the first time since injuring his calf in the last 16 of the World Cup.
J'ai parié 50 pour que l'équipe aime l'arrêt.
Il n'y a pas but, tu as vaincu encore.
And while the team worked outside, Dani Alves continued his battle back from knee surgery in the gym with the club physios. With all the typical good nature and exuberance we've come to expect over the years, Marquinhos joined This Is Paris for his traditional early season interview. We asked all the hard questions, starting with the one everyone wanted to know: what's happening with his hair?
Tu claques beau gosse. On inquiète, PSG TV.
So we're running a poll on PSG TV. Should I cut my hair or not? Thiago says yes. There's a lot of hair here and there's none here. My wife says no. Now it's over to you. Vote.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? C'est dur à choisir.
Well, what are we going to do? It's a tough decision. There are lots of people that think I should cut it, but I'm going to leave it for a bit longer before probably coming back to how it was before. Marquinhos is beginning his 6th season with Paris after joining as a 19-year-old from Roma. And the Brazil international now has over 200 matches to his name.
Je vois beaucoup d'évolution déjà.
I can see I've progressed a lot already, both as a person off the pitch and even more as a player on the pitch. If I look back at the matches I played with Roma, I'm not making the same mistakes anymore. We're moving forward, improving together, and that's good. You can always improve something in your game. We're competitors. We want to help the club grow and grow ourselves. You can never think that you've made it. You have to keep trying to get better and better. It's only just the beginning of the season, but I already feel more mature than in previous years. There are lots of good things to be achieved this term. Big ambitions to go with the new coach, Thomas Tuchel. That means new training methods, but also new tactics. He is very intelligent. He knows exactly how to manage the squad, the team, and he knows the right balance. He can be happy with us joking, but he also knows when he needs to be tough and to make us work hard. He's already done it a few times, even if we've only been back 3 or 4 weeks. I know him quite well. He's happy to let the squad joke around and have fun, but when it's time to work, we work. He wants a maximum 2 or 3 touches by the players, especially in defense and midfield. We have to play simple and look for space, because we know that here in France, teams defend a lot. They have very strong defensive plans when they play against us. And if we aren't quick enough, if we don't turn defense into attack quickly, that space will disappear. That's what we're working on in training. We train with 2 or 3 touches to play quick football. In the attacking third, the players have a little bit more liberty to do what they want.
qu'on défend, les attaquants.
When we defend, the forwards have to work and be close to us. And when we attack, we have to support them. Above all, we have to reduce the space between the lines as much as possible, so that the opposition can't be comfortable on the ball. As soon as we lose possession, the coach wants the whole team ready to press high to win it back.
On va voir le coach. Il va prendre une petite douche. C'était mieux chaîne de l'hôtel, hein. On t'avait dit chaîne de l'hôtel, coach.
There were lots of people that had done their initiations before him. It was getting late, and he said, if we win, I'll do it in the changing room, I'll sing. We won, and as soon as we got into the changing room, we wanted the coach to sing. But he wasn't there. He was already in the press conference. So we decided to go and pay him a visit. He took it really well. He did say, don't worry, I'll get you back in training tomorrow, but he took it well. After 2 wins from 2 in the league over Caen and Guingamp, Paris will be looking for a hat-trick of victories against Angers in week 3. Angers are always a very physical side, and they play to their strengths. We'll have to stand up to that physical challenge and also play compact, not leave them too much space to allow them to play their football. We want to keep the ball, we want to have the possession and hurt them as soon as we have the space to attack. Paris have made a perfect start to their title defence and already sit top of the Ligue 1 standings after 2 games. They can make it a hat-trick of wins when they take on Angers at the Parc des Princes in week 3. The capital club's one and only home defeat against Angers came way back in 1972, and over the last 3 seasons they boast a 100% record. It started in the historic 2015-16 campaign, when Paris recorded their biggest ever home win over the Zebras, 5-1. Zlatan Ibrahimovic got the ball rolling before Lucas added a second before half-time. Gregory van der Wiel was on hand to add the finishing touches to one of the goals of the season, a truly wonderful team goal. And while Pierrick Capel netted a consolation for the visitors on the hour mark, it was a clearly inspired Angel Di Maria who contributed 2 more superb goals of his own. The Argentine has scored 4 times against Angers, his preferred victims in the French top flight along with Nantes. A year later, as the Parc des Princes paid homage to the plain tragedy of Brazilian side Chapecoense, Paris edged past Angers in a tighter affair. Thiago Silva netting his first goal of the season with a header from a Lucas corner. Before Edinson Cavani scored from the penalty spot just after the hour mark to complete the 2-0 victory. Last season, Paris scored 7 goals against Angers, with Kylian Mbappe bagging 4, as well as providing 1 assist. After a 5-0 away triumph, Les Rouges et Bleus entertained Angers back to the Parc in week 31. Mbappe opening the scoring from a luminary pass from Julian Draxler. And despite Thiago Motta's red card on the quarter hour, Kylian promptly doubled the lead 25 minutes in. Levin Kurzawa this time providing the assist. Karl Toko Ekambi scored a late consolation goal, but not enough to stop Paris Saint-Germain on their way to reclaiming the Ligue 1 title.